Hey boys, welcome to some Thursday night football action for you guys. It's going to be Newcastle Knights taking on the Seagulls. Myself playing as the Newcastle Knights and the ODD1X playing as the Seagulls. So yeah, it was a good last week. It went very well. Had a lot of fun. ODD1X had fun as well. Games were tight. It was a lot of fun to play online, and yeah, doing the same thing this week. So yeah, coming to this game, both teams, probably the Knights with the momentum coming into round 5, definitely looking the goods this year. Although, you know, they versed the Warriors round 1, which they did beat very comfortably. They didn't, I mean, the most pleasing thing for the Knights would have been their defensive aspect. They were very, very solid in defenses. Daniel Safidi absolutely just barnstorms his way for a good early run right there. That was great. It's a beautiful ball. Kalen Ponga now straight through. Great start to a set of 6 and great start to the game. But yeah, up against the Warriors defensively was the most pleasing thing out of that game for them. But they put on a few points. Looked pretty good in attack. Is Lachlan Fitzgibbon, beautiful ball, but it's knocked down. Kurt Mann, he's put it down. That's a try. That's a try gone begging. A fantastic set of 6. It wasn't even a full set of 6, and there you go. And on the back of that, Tommy Trebojevic is going to streak away here, and that's a 12-point turnaround. That's a 12-point turnaround right there. We would have scored. We would have scored under the post with Kurt Mann. He's dropped a. I mean, it was a simple pass. He did get a little close. I don't know why he was so close to Fitzgibbon through the gap. Fitzgibbon is a great hole runner. He's quick. He's agile for a big man. And all he needed Kurt Mann to do was just be on his hip, but not right in his freaking pocket. And then on the back of that, the scrum feed Tommy Trebojevic scores. So what a huge turnaround. That's an absolute coach killer right there for the Newcastle Knights. But yeah, we'll hopefully can regroup. I mean, it was good signs. It was very good signs early. So I feel they should feel good going into the rest of this match. Hopefully the heads don't drop and they can continue the intensity. Just there's no real even like learning to that. It's just don't turn over possession like in those type of situations. Really. And but then looking at the flip side, the Seagulls looking pretty good as well. How did they go actually? I actually can't remember. I'm gonna quickly look it up because I think they were going okay. When I see the score lines, I'll remember the matches. But honestly, the Seagulls are the one team that I'm like, I can't remember the games. So how did they go? Round 2. Oh, that's right. Yeah, they beat the Roosters in round 2, 9 points to 8 in a big game. I don't know if you would call it an upset, as Tommy Trebojevic again proving an absolute handful. And they lost to the. Okay, so yeah, it's an up and down. It's a tough start to the year for the Seagulls, versing the Storm in round 1, where it was a tight game, 18-4 to the Storm. They did get away with the win pretty comfortably in the end, but it was tight. It was tight for a good portion of that game. But I mean, it was a Storm like they sort of strangled the Seagulls, didn't really let them get away with any points and. Frustration and all that, and then the Storm were able to just get a couple of nice tries off. Jerome Hughes kicked in a couple of beauties in behind for Vunivalu to score, which obviously blew the game out a bit. But yeah, the Seagulls look good. and then versing the Roosters next round. I mean that's as tough a start to a season as you're gonna get. So it's a good start to them to actually win against the Roosters in a very, very tight one. But yeah, it would be a very interesting match here. As Kalen Ponga now looking very, very dangerous. The fullbacks from both teams are starting to. Well, Ponga in the first set of 6 and then Trbojevic in his first touch looked very dangerous. So not starting to. They've already shown their dominance on the match so far. Just need to try to, I mean, the Knights plan, try to shut Tommy out as much as possible, and on our side, try to get Kalen into the match as good as possible. Just get him in good positions as the bomb goes up here. It's just a touch too deep, and I think it did bounce just before it went out, but a little bit too deep there. I think it was Mitchell Pearce put a little bit too much mustard on that one as Marty Power gets dominated by Big Dave Clemmer there. A couple of good forward packs as well. I mean, I've talked up the Seagulls forward pack a lot in the past. I have toyed around with them being the best overall forward pack in the comp, and I still sort of stand by that. I think there's definitely some teams that are as good, but they've got just a very, very solid all round. There's the tackle there. Who was that? I don't know who it was, but someone tackled Jake Trbojevic just completely without the ball. Just completely tackled him without the ball. That was very strange. I've never seen that before, but yeah, the Seagulls here with a good chance on 4th play. Dylan Walker takes it to the line. Going to be 5th and last. Got to watch out for Tommy coming through with the potential high ball as Cherry Evans puts up the kick. Marty to Power chasing 3. Gets the bat down. Tom Trbojevic gets it on to Ruben Garrick, but thankfully Kurt Mann over there to save the day. But we're going to be rucking it out from inside our 10-meter zone. So not the place we want to be with 10 minutes to go before the halftime break. But yeah, on the forward battle talk, I think the Knights, I mean, they've recruited smartly. They've recruited well over the last couple of years, and I think their forward pack is really starting to come together nicely. Obviously, the big inclusion is Shibazaki has actually looked pretty good for them as well. Wasn't a fan of him at the Broncos, but you know he's looked pretty good as we go for a big 40-20. That was a big. It was a bit of a Hail Mary play. We went for it. We definitely went for it. The wind was not working in our favor, unfortunately. Mitchell Pearce going for a game changer right there. I really wanted to get a little bit of momentum going into the break because we just. Ever since that first set of 6, we just haven't really been able to get down the other end of the field as Taniela Paseka goes straight through there, the big interchange forward. But they get a good chance here. Cherry Evans, great ball out to Tommy Trbojevic, but Bradman Best came up with a big try saver. If he gets through there, he scores without doubt. There's another long ball, almost got picked off, but it's going to be Curtis Sirenen going to ground. Defending well so far, but they go to the blind side here. And who was that? Who was it, dude? I think it was Edric Lee? He just jammed in for some reason. Georgie Tafua gets a free run to the try line. Might have been Edric Lee, in fact. Who was it? Very, very poor defense because we had the defense. We were a little compressed, but the defense was there. It was 2-on-2. Just wanting them to slide out and just a little bit of rush of blood. The defensive just jammed in. They just went into the center man. Good hands from the inside Seagulls center player, and Georgie Tafua scores in the corner. So massive changes of momentum in this game, and it's been like that on the back of our mistakes. The Kurt Mann bomb try. Tom Trbojevic scores. Literally the next play, we go for a 40-20, spray it off the right boot, and on the preceding set, the Seagulls are gonna potentially put another nail in the coffin. 12-0 going into the break. It's gonna be tough to come back from that, but again, I feel like we got the firepower to do good things in this team. So hopefully we can come out strong in the second stanza and do some good work as Paseka goes straight through here as little glitch happens once again here. As it's going to be Danny Levi getting wrapped up, but yeah, finishing off on the forward pack battle. I do like the Knights forward pack, obviously led by Clemmer, Safidi brothers are both solid. I like Mitch Barnett, honestly a very underrated player. I think he's one of the best back rowers / locks in the comp. He's just very, very good. But we do get a chance here right on the stroke of half time. The scrum feed would have been crucial as we try to get out left. He's got his wingers back, and it just a little bit of just trying to get it out there. I saw the numbers, it didn't open up. Trying to get the pass, it went a little bit helter-skelter at the end of that little segment there. As we look at the stats, definitely in favor of the Seagulls. Plenty of possession. Hasn't been too many errors from either side, but the one crucial error for us was that try bombed in the first minutes of the game. So geez, if we scored that one, the game could be completely different. But you know, we gotta play with what we're dealt here, as Paseka has had an absolute barnstorm off the bench. But yeah, and then the Knights obviously with the signing of Tyson Frizzell, it's just gonna bolster their stocks even more. So they've just got a lot of it's a big forward pack, but also a very mobile and probably not, I would say probably not the most skillful forward pack. You look at most of those guys, even like Fitzgibbon, Mitch Barnett, Herman Asayasi, their front rowers, they're not really offloaders. There's a big shot there. Great defensive work. Lachlan Fitzgibbon races away here, looks to link up, but the Seagulls defense was there. That is a huge moment. Great defensive effort. I think it might have been Herman Asayasi. And then we... Oh, what has happened there? I've gone. So, as Kalen Ponga comes up with the big shot there, I try to come up with the pass, the cutout pass, and I don't know what happened. The L1 didn't register, so he went for the kick, and yeah, absolute debacle. Absolute debacle. We could have had a great opportunity to press the attack, but just didn't come up with it, as Paseka again makes a line break. So 4 tackle here. The Seagulls and the ODD1X, a chance to honestly put this game to bed, as Tommy almost straight up the guts there. If they score here, 18 points down, 30 minutes to go, gonna be extremely difficult to come back, as Dylan Walker pushes a little chip and chase. He gets the ball, but Lockie Fitzgibbon wraps him up. But yeah, the Knights forward, not the most skillful. They're not really offloaders. They're good line runners. Strong forward pack. As again, I think it's a little. So you would have seen the wingers back again there. I think it's because I don't know why. It's not really. I guess it is like a little glitch. If you do set that, sometimes it doesn't reset. Like if you do it. Obviously, if you're doing like on 4th or 5th tackle, well, 4th tackle, if you change the setting to that, then when you come back, it sometimes keeps it for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, he obviously figured it out. We couldn't really exploit it, unfortunately. Kalen Ponga gets a nice little offload to Kurt Mann. So we're making good ground. I feel like we got the attack, we got the plays, we got the attack in our game to do something. Is Connor Watson out dummy half, looking to link up. We could have got the pass, kick away there. A little bit in 2 minds. We had Edric Lee. Honestly, if I just the pass still left to Lee, probably down the sideline would have scored. So again, a missed opportunity. And Connor Watson on the field obviously is a very, very good player to bring on that X factor. Is Tony Williams now straight through. The forward pack for this Manly side, the bench forward pack especially, has been an absolute killer for us. The front row, or the starting props, Marty DePower, Fanua Blake, you know, 2 of the best in the league, in the world, really weren't that dominant, but it's been their bench boys. Paseka in general, or primarily, has been massive. So yeah, the interchange really stepping up in this match's 5th tackle now. 20 minutes. There's still 20 minutes to go. There's still 20 minutes to go to potentially get something happening here as the bomb goes up again. It's going to be Heimel Hunt. It must have been actually, yeah, Heimel Hunt on this side that jammed in on that second try. I don't think it was Edric Lee. It was Hunt jamming in. He is noted to come in and try to put on the big hit, and yeah, it sort of cost us right there. Is good work here getting in onto Edric Lee, trying to exploit it. I mean, Edric Lee, he's not really talked about as being one of the quickest, but he is an absolute speedster. As Bradman Bestia away from dummy half. Good little line break there. Wrapped up though by Tommy Trebojevic, looking to shift it out right here. Got a nice open field. Great little offload there. Shibazaki almost gets away from his man. So again, making decent ground, but we're not quite in the spot to really put in a good attacking kick. But it's a good bomb nonetheless. And Georgie Tafil gets wrapped up inside the 10-meter line. I mean, that's as good as it's going to get, really. And then Denny Levi makes decent ground, but also wrapped up. So 2 tackles gone. They're still in their 10-meter line as... who is this? Jake Jaboyevich now gets out of the tackle. We had them pinned, and someone came up and made the tackle, but Jake obviously able to shrug 3 of the tackler. That's a big moment as well. There's a great ball there. Marty DePau gets absolutely leveled. Kalen Ponga has pulled off like 3 or 4 big shots, and then a 0 tackle. Oh, we had This is another momentum absolute killer for us. We had the defensive momentum. We were putting on some hits. We were trapping him, and then a 6 to go really cripples us right there. That's a big moment as Cherry Evans now straight through. So time is now a big factor in this game. As now Dylan Walker goes straight through. Galen almost gets him, just does enough to slow him up, and able to make the tackle right there as they shifted out left. George Tafil wrapped up by Heimel Hunt. This is looking dangerous for us, but a big shot. Aiden Guerra coming up out of the line on Dylan Walker. Just trying to do everything we can to just not let them score here. And it's going to be Marty DePau driven back. David Clemmer comes up with a huge try saver. And again, we have got a chance to potentially come back in this match. It's going to take an absolute miracle. And, you know, the way things are gone in this game, probably not going to happen, but there's still a hope. If we can score in this set of 6, there's still a hope, dude. As a great little ball there, Kalen Ponga through the gap. Just again, Jake Drabojevic, he's the ever reliable forward you always want in your team. Makes the big tackle, and Mitchell Pearce tries to take the line on, again making good ground, but it's gonna be too little too late, unfortunately, as we spread it out left here. Beautiful ball there. Shibazaki onto Edric Lee, gets the offload back to Lockie Fitzgibbon. So 5th and last now. Gonna shift it back to Kurt Mann, putting in the little grub. A nice little kick there. Puts in the chip and chase as well. It's going to be Tom Trebojevic wrapping it up like he always does. Always there to save the day, Tommy. He's good in attack, but he's also very, very good in defense. And that is going to be... It's going to be a win for the Seals. No points. No points in that second half. A couple of big swings. Couple of big moments in that game. The bomb try in literally the first set of the game. The miss 40-20, and on the back of those, ODD1X was able to punish us and capitalize and post some points. And yeah, other than that, there wasn't, just couldn't crack the line. Again, good completions. But yeah, hopefully guys are enjoying this series between me and the ODD1X. Make sure you go to his channel and stay tuned for Friday Night Football. And make sure to like and comment. I'll see you guys in the next one.